And as I'm getting the rest of the lineup, we're going to talk about tonight about how to help heal your pain. It's very, very important to begin to understand that you are more than just a human being. You are a spiritual human. But maybe not yet. Let me explain. We have a tendency to think we're spiritual. But if you're running around with a dark night of the soul, meaning you just won't get out of your shit, you won't let go of your bad habits, hey, this is what the spice of life is. Well, yes and no. You're ready to roll into the next phase of who you are. You are ready to go into the next part of the way the earth, sorry, got distracted. It's the way the earth is starting to move into the next dimension. It's a whole new process. Old habits you don't want anymore, where you feel stuck, where you can't move. And a lot of it has to do with our stinking thinking, it has to do with our flippant talking, it has to do with our staying in our comfort zones, just climbing into our our spaces where it's like, this is what's familiar, this is what's comfortable, even though it may not be healthy, this is where I'm staying. Well, we're on a reset. And as the world is on a reset, we are moving into the direction of where we need to go, which is to start to let go of some of that stuff. Stop going into fear. And as far as you becoming a spiritual human, you have to learn it's not about religion. It's about you going inward. It's about you to take that time out. It's about you learning that do you have to believe everything you think? Now, I was doing really good today, went outside, and just the air alone, the hating of being in the house, the hate that this is happening, the fear of everything, the how fast can it spread? Regardless of what's going on, you need to guard yourself from anything that's out there that could be potentially harmful. You're a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual being. And it's very, very important for you to move in to the next stage of who you are with grace and ease. You don't need bitch slaps all over the place. You don't need to test and try yourself. How many times is it going to take until you start to wake up? Until you learn to let go of the old, identify with it or over-identify with it in such a great lengths. Now, you wonderful people, as I'm trying to get my thing to pop up, you know what to do. Get it out there, tell people, show people, help them get into it. Hello, Tammy, Jay, all of you wonderful people. It is the butt crack of dawn somewhere in the United States. So, here it's 9 p.m. South Aussie time. So I was getting ready for bed. But you know what? I think you guys are worth it. It's important to contact people, to be with you in some way or some form. Now, do any of you, have pain, ache and pains, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual? Do you have pain? Can you measure it? The best part is to measure. The more you begin to notice who you are, what you are, going inward is very important. It is cleansing. Well, what do you do with those thoughts there? Jay, think about it. What do you do with the thoughts? Okay, what do you do? Put out a message. How do you do it? Where do you go? So, looking for influencers. And did you see that? Now, all of a sudden, my internet's going, More and more people are putting, having to stay at home. It's putting the strain on the internet, which I'm not sure if that's going to come across very well. I started to cough horribly. I was rather surprised at how much, I wanted to say they're just allergies, but I'm more allergic to people's emotions and erratic behavior than I am to trees and plants and other things like that. The association of, like hairspray. It's not about hairspray. It's about attached to the memory. I was thinking about getting a bunch of oils, lining them up, and seeing what memories I could trigger. Do it that way. So I'm not going to look at how many people are here and not here. And it's part of that fear. It's a part of that. Hello, Lenore. It's a part of that strange, what do you want to call it? It is fear, but I don't know how to explain it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to help you understand what are we doing. There's only a few here, so let's look at this. And the yin aspect, remember there's yin and yang. It's coming back to unity. And as far as the yin aspect goes, what is going on with the yin energy right now? It's a Queen of Gabriel. An independent, brilliant, passionate, charming. So we are moving into that direction. Ooh, we're so good. This is the King of Keys. We're so good at this. What do you want to call it? We are so good. Wow, where'd it go? We have to pull in the King of Keys. Energies are off tonight. I don't know if I'm picking somebody up in the room. I was doing good because what I wanted to do, there's not enough people here to do, so I'll have to wait. But the reason I was asking whether you had aches, pains, or any of that was I was going to put up a panel and see if we could heal a couple people. I can't even see what I want. So yeah, I'm connecting to somebody that's very disconnected right now. What attracts people in to stay on a page? What is it? The free stuff? What is going on? What is going on? This energy is very weird. Part of me doesn't know if I should be here. I mean, it's very, very weird, Amy. It's shutting me down.
Oh, wow.
Talk to me. Whoever's in the room, talk to me. It's so bizarre. I mean, literally, it is so bizarre. I mean, I'm trying very hard to understand what this is. Run a show. You can't get internet. If there's a big slump. What is our yin doing? We seem to be really good at something. What are we good at? We're good at major promotion. So we're good at promoting. We're good at creating. We're good at using the yang energy to create what we want. How interesting is that? So one of the things that Spirit taught me was we have yin and yang. It's not that it's split, but the yin and yang kind of said, I'm going to try to work without the other half of me. And it created shadows. So the yin has a shadow and the yang has a shadow. And we turn to that thinking, oh yeah, that's what life is. That's what it is. When in fact, it's only the false representation of really what it is. Yeah, these cards are not going to work for me. Talk to me, people. Huh?
Pull the chakra card.
Yep. Hold on. I have to make you bigger. Destiny. What is this about?
Okay. In the book, it says the legend, black and white, are in heaven, waiting to go back to earth yet again to complete their work created. They appeal to the council of the great spirits who turn down their request to be together. But the great servant appears and grants their wish. Together they accomplish greater things than they could have done alone. Inspiration. Take a risk. Dare to have your life the way you do. Key ideas: true love, taking a stand, positive omen, radical thinking, deep satisfaction, ability to change, and keywords are love, pathway, and faith.
And you drew that card because?
What was that?
You drew that card because?
I just thought I needed to draw a card.
Okay, I didn't know if there was a purpose. It's, sometimes if we know the purpose, we can understand more of it. Okay, again, talk to me, people in the room. Talk to me. Do you have aches and pains? Yes or no? Do you know that you have a headache? You can take care of it because your energy. If you're not feeling well, you can actually begin to take care of it. Amy, tell us, is that true?
Oh my God, yes.
How so?
Just rubbing points. And I'd tell her I had a headache or something, and she would give me points to rub. And by God, within 5-10 minutes, it's completely gone.
Yes, good. So that's what I'm teaching. And I can't begin to tell you how much it has made a world of difference to know that this information has already been on the planet, but how it's been rearranged and information comes through me. I have been applying it to myself for quite a few years now, getting that message out there to people so that they can begin to heal themselves now, so they disregard it. So I started to tap into the physical. And some people like, huh? How is that even possible? My mind was, well, if you have pain, you can only take a pill for that. But the way I do it is called source point self-healing or source point healing. And you can do it to yourself. You can do it for others, over, under. And basically, it's very simple because you get to learn which of the meridians it is, what source points to balance it, but you have to learn how to measure. Very simply, you have to learn how to measure. And Amy has been doing her best to learn. So when she first started, it was about learning about emotions. When she'd be doing hope therapy, which what it is again, tapping into acupuncture points, but what it is pulse points. And the pulse points taps into the meridians on a very deeper level. You're using also the ability of your innate healing to heal yourself. And so when Amy started to, this is my life, it's great, but there is always this but, meaning she never heard the but. The but is a belief under transition. She'd, oh yeah, everything's great, man. But the other day, it's like, but that's your butt. You're talking out of two sides of your mouth. You have no clue that what the right one's saying or the left side's saying. We just call it casual talking, flippant talking. We talk about, but what it boils down to is, what do you do with your thinking? You have 41 thoughts per minute. And so, during my adventure today, I ended up doing a new type of healing tool. So there's two wonderful viewers had a severe migraine or pain, so used to it. I contacted them and said, okay, would you let me play? I says, all you have to do is just talk to me, learn how to, it went away. It went away. And he's like, how's that possible? I says, you're made of energy. There's no magic here. It's all you. Now, some of them will be attached to a bigger issue. And the funny part about that is that hi, Lenore. The funny part about that is when you meet your little self and they're like, I ain't giving you my problem. That's mine. You've met several of your ages. And if you didn't know how to look through your authentic self, so some of the classes that are coming is identifying your authenticity, you would just think that's you. But, okay, Amy, you're being to your life been in the last 2 weeks. I'm assuming hell, but.
Yes, it's hell, and it's been hard. I've learned a lot. I've shifted a lot. I've my last night here during the day, I went to bed about, I think it was like 9 o'clock. woke up out of a sound sleep at 11 o'clock for no reason. I didn't have to go to the bathroom. I mean, cats didn't bother me. I just woke up and I'm like, what the hell? A post from a mutual friend of one of my best friends out in Jersey that her mom was in the hospital. And I'm like, oh my God. Think, right away went to the COVID-19, but my friend, said what she said. And I'm like, you can't buy into the fear.
Exactly.
Don't buy into the fear. And I told her all of this. I'm like, that's why I woke up. And then I started thinking, that's why I overthink everything. Because I'm scared to see and feel the pain. And I just figured that out of a sound sleep.
Hey, you're learning to live it, breathe it, walk it, talk it, and dream it now.
And then I there and I kept overthinking, and then I got up and went and fell asleep in the chair and had that dream that I told you about. And I'm like,
So part of that dream had to do with the foundation of your house versus the knowing with your higher self. Then you will have pieces of you missing. Because again, you guys, no matter what age you are, but we don't understand. We just know that joy is gone. How does a child recover from that? Depending on how detrimental, how damaging, how trauma, how drama, how innocent. But how does the consciousness take it? How does it different? But the main thing that happens in all of us is like, oh, what do? We overattach to it. We want everything to make sense again. We can't stop thinking. We can't stop the crying or the feeling. And we want to reach out. But if you don't get that support, then you're going to have to find a new way to safety issues. So you go into fight, flight, freeze. You go into stress. You go into that, and a lot of people don't think that's a child's stress with little resources. And because of the lack of knowledge, it gets three Legos and trying to build the life out of it. And since no new information is coming in, it can get very daunting for that child. And then as you get to be older, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and you still only have those three Legos, and you're still trying to now make an Eiffel Tower or something out of that, and you haven't, you can't, or it's abandonment. But what happens when you take that energy, and you turn it on yourself and you start to beat you're getting too much abundance attention of negative energy? What are you to do? This is why it's so important as you're now getting older. Your dream was that you're replacing bricks. You had a hole in it. You've been living, trying to make a world, your foundation, your soul, around where you had a hole now. Your energies are off, and I can usually tell when I scan, you're just a mirror in front of me, and I don't exist. You're an aspect of me. I'm looking at my aspect, and I can scan it. There's so many different ways to scan it. If I'm looking for what I look for, which is your energies, then I'll see your dance. I will see what's off, where it's blocked, where it's going, the energy cords that go back to the time that it happened, how much energy is usually lost, what's the stories of the dance and the mirrors, and the meridian will change, and another story will kick in. Give it a season, give it an age, give it a time, give it like smells and the environment, every trigger there is. So you have to then look at what's your programs, your patterns, what is your emotions, what is it you're addicted to? And I'm not talking about food or the drugs, I'm talking about emotions, because they make or break us. So when it comes to the physical body is an amazing thing. We don't understand it. So there is a recipe to life: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. You had said to me, I think I finally understand why I'm so left brain. Now, there's nothing wrong with left brain. But what's going on in that left brain is that when you cut out and don't listen in the unity of yin and yang with the right brain and left brain, and you go into high beta. Now, beta is that we're talking. Now, if you're really lulled into what I'm saying, you could drop into alpha. Okay? But if you are stressed, you're going to go into high beta, and you're going to go in, usually cut out the right brain, go right into the left, and think of your emotions. And as I begin to measure that energy that's there based on certain things, you can then, I'll tell you what points to rub, what source points, what's points in the body to rub. And it's amazing how all of a sudden, so I've had this one person, they were classified by a doctor to have severe depression and PSTD. And I found that interesting. And as I'm looking, I said, okay, so your left brain, and the only way really to fix the left brain in the beginning, if you, depending on the stage you are, is you can only work on the left side of the body. And today I got to discover how somebody's left brain is out, but it's also about how a meridian is communicating. Their stomach meridian was completely disconnected. So they were more, holy crap, learning everything new about how energies can run. Jess says, okay, so that makes sense. How does the body scan work here? Just wondering. Does it hurt, or you just do it through the screen? I'm just wondering. Okay, so you see Amy right there? She's just a picture in my mind. She may be before me. I don't even need her. She could write me and say, ugh. It'd be nice if you give me a little detail. I don't need to know who you are, but there is a great connection that can happen. The more I do know, the more I can do it. So I'm going to scan Amy. And a lot of times I'll just pick up the energy, my handy dandy notepads and all that. So we're just going to start measuring her. So I'm going to do source point healing for her. And the thing is your left brain looks good. Good. Right brain looks good. You look different. Did you feel when those were balanced, they actually stayed balanced? You can feel a difference. So when you start to go, they start to go off. Okay. Yes. There's a lot more that ends up happening. So now I'm going to just check. Does your body, the source, is there anything that wants immediate attention? Yes. You an alarm, the symptom. Let me see. There was a new word today. No. It's what you've done towards yourself. So you got something that you've done towards yourself. Not surprised. And we have that too. Nope, that's the same. Okay, so it's not really about nesting. But the one thing you do, like everybody else, I notice that once you do start doing something toward yourself, which is what's happening to you, because I'm looking at your spleen 5, the point on your ankles. That's way down to almost nothing. Now, what happens with that point is this point can be frozen. The point can go inward. The point can be disconnected. It's not. So what happens at that point is you end up having high thinking. Now, as I'm looking, it is I have to fight with myself. And I'm going to ask why? Because there's impending doom. So is this because you run to the end of your timeline? Yes. Is this on both sides of the brain? No, just the left side. This point was programmed when you were 2 years old. This 2-year-old broadcast toward yourself. And again, you took the mirror, turned it to yourself, and you can only see yourself because the last thing you want to do is to see people that you love look at you. So it's easier just to look at yourself and start hurting yourself, blaming yourself, and doing whatever. Seeing it says yes. And as I'm going further, you trained yourself to do things out of sympathy. So you kind of like are a rescuer. You're kind of like a savior. You're kind of like, okay, so she's nodding. So she coped, handled, dealed, and pacified that moment, whatever it was, to say, if I deny my needs and look out there and give them what they want, so she's learning how to socialize, then everything will be all right with my world. That's exactly what you did. But the broadcast message means that you yelled at yourself. You literally corrected yourself. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. Okay. The biggest reason you did it was because there was this habitual fear that you picked up when you're inside the womb. Yeah, your body's like, you're going to tell me? No. Okay. I promise. Oh boy. Okay. So okay. What can I, would you think that inside the household that you were the enemy?
I know.
So think about how the enemy is. It's not the enemy comes in and attacks, is that you are not for us, you must be against us. Or you don't think we like we do. How is that enemy? When you say kinda, how do you know that? Aha! How interesting. So she does identify with that. Okay, ready? You don't like when things feel unstable. So your safety and security are somewhat okay. Like, you see, that's why you when you had to speak to me, I knew I didn't want to have to be the one, but I also know I have to be the one because I am that representation of your mother. Okay, fine. And your mother even came through. Oh, just say that. Just say that. But it was you. And again, she's only wants you to grow out of this. She also is the one that came to you and helped you.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a part of you that's petrified that you're going to screw up. Now, when I typed back to you, because you said, hey, look at this person, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, so how is that helping you? Blah, 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 blah. Your mother said a few things. And the next thing you know, I said, okay, now we know we triggered you. We're aware of that. So now that you're triggered, give me 1 minute. 1 minute. Assess your thoughts. 1 whole minute. Write it down. Wow. That was so telling, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You knew that was there, but did you know it was really there?
Yes and no.
So this is the little girl that sat there and attacked me that one day. That was hurt because she was hurt. Remember about twisted revenge. So if she's hurt, she's going to hurt back. And and the thing is that she didn't get a chance to turn it around the other way. I'm like, how interesting. So you got to look at this. Mm-hmm. You get to hear your thoughts. That was kind of like a turnaround for you too. It kind of helped you take the next level. What kind of healing tools were you using to help you get out of that?
I was using a lot of, oh my God.
This point. Because you don't may get slight epiphanies, but ego's the only one that's giving it to you. When you really start to dive into your authentic self, this tool alone, in reality, the same way as you did before with your ego mindset, you will cause yourself more hell because you're hardwiring it. What fires together, wires together, and then it'll go into the body, and the body consciousness will play it out. So your inner world starts to create your outer world. So there's a part of you that began to not respond so negatively by hurting yourself. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you actually were looking at it, journaling it on a unique level, which was, even though you were thinking it and writing it, you were becoming aware that you didn't have to be it.
Yeah.
So that as part of your thoughts begin to fire and wire, another part of you was just borrowing it without having to really create a new one to go deeper. So good on you for starting to train your body and yourself to know when you're going into that ego hell and that you can get yourself out. That's why you were pushed out of the nest. The little ego. You do not have to suffer. You do not have to be in pain. It is a choice. Some days that ego, it's like, oh my God, like the physical body. Really, I just can't imagine, I think I'm going to die. Yes, this is what the emotions do. This is what the chemical peptides, or it's going to help you wake up. You are waking up. I think that's fabulous. If you haven't noticed her hair, she has a dip. Like I have color hair. Hers is much more purpley at the bottom. And you can actually begin to see that now. And it might be just that color. I don't know on your shirt. but I can see it now. And I think she looks pretty tonight. Extra pretty. So I am happy to have you all here. Whether you're new or old, that's great. Understand you do not have to suffer. If you have a question or you do want a reading, then you just go ahead and you email about any of this. You can go to medicinewomansolution.weebly.com and look under healing tools, and you'll see a whole bunch of young kids. And it's like, what are they supposed to do with those emotions? What are they supposed to do with all that? It's all pain. It's all hurt. It's all trauma. It's all drama. I think it's important we all begin to wake up. Now I'm looking to all of you. It's important that you do your own readings. It's important that you also seek extra help. There will be times I I need to be guided. Just not feeling it today. Where do I need to go? So when you're doing intuitive readings and tarot readings, you're guiding your life. Yes. How would you go deeper? And it's like spirit's challenging. That's not funny. But how could you go deeper? That just pulled her away. So I'm just going to I'm following her energy, and all of a sudden I got lost. So now I'm just going to go back to the screen and let her do whatever it is she's got to do. A reading is not hard. It's not scary. No, I have not got to the 1 minute reading. Excellent. So who's going to be the first?
Miss Patty.
Lovely. Miss Patty has been with us for a while, and that's wonderful to know. As I'm looking up, I want to make sure. Okay. There's different ways of doing things. I'm just going to tell you, Miss Patty, they said that there's a part of you that's beginning to wake up. So you have a light code that came on in those last few days because the planet is shifting. And with the rays that are coming on, believe it or not, your energy field has changed for the better. Now, you may not feel like you really changed too much in your world, but I believe you're not looking at things so the old way. Meaning, if somebody criticized, you don't quite take that in as much. Why? Because you don't really see it as anything that's important to have to take in. The younger self would have said, oh my God, and take offense. There's a party that's like, I don't even have to go there. So you literally are starting to shift based on the energy of the way that the world is coming in, which is the hormones. I ask whether or not is your left brain, okay, left brain, right, going good. Your polarity seems to be out of whack. Now, as I look at that, is it frozen? Yes. How many are doing it? One. And you want her to correct this. They want you to get your refrigerator magnet. And we need to understand that the reason that your spleen meridian is frozen is because it's about being very discouraged. That, well, of course, the news isn't helping. Stuff's not helping. It's just off the rails. But it's making it frozen. So you're going to get your refrigerator magnet, and you are going to notice that on where your big toe is, on the inside of your leg, you 30 times. You may have to do 2 sets or 3 sets of 30. You won't have to use the magnet as much, but do both feet, because we got to get that energy moving so you don't have to be so discouraged, because part of your body is like going, oh my, who's next?
Jess, she says, can you connect to my Nini? Her name is Christine. I just want to know if she has anything for me. Thanks.
Okay. Understand that when the spirit comes from the other side, it's similar to what I'm doing. Actually, I just heard it in a funny way, but understand I may have to correct some of the language. You're looking. I keep hearing that you're looking for something in particular. Notice the feeling of looking. It's actually stopping you from moving forward, because it's not taking a direction and looking for the answers, looking for synchronicity to help. It is literally that part of you that 7 years old, you were looking and it didn't show up. Whatever happened at 7. And now your 7-year-old starts to run the show. And so that energy of looking but never finding, and that seems to be something that's underneath, and can be very frustrating. Now, a part of what you're doing is also looking for people to be overbearing. Your story, they work you. There may be a problem with that, because if you are learning to be worked, or you are attracted to, and even, oh, that's what I look at in a person, friend, a man, anything. And yes, good evening from Australia. Yes. Here, I'm in Adelaide. Where are you at, Gemma? All right, Ames, who's next? Scan. But if you give me a direction of what you want me to scan, I can help you out a little further. But if you're saying that you want an energy scan because you're feeling like shit, yeah, you are more left brain than right brain, to tell you that. Left brain right now is at a 5, which means that, ooh, good God. So have you been believing in hopelessness? Helplessness? Because your left brain is now yelling, fighting. How am I supposed to do this? What are we supposed to do? This is what's happening. This is what I'm seeing. Now you're going to feel like shit. I'm going to tell you one thing. I want you to not do that. I want your brain to feel better. And we could look and say, oh, it has to do with a sluggish memory. Started when you were 4 and it was just became a habit. And you can feel other people. But your brain is a pattern that can be corrected, so you can wake up to seeing what that old pattern is. If I said to you, yes, if you were to take and think to yourself, left brain, held up your either hand, you start with, you're going to do both, and you were to find your thumb and your pointer finger and bring them together to where the bones meet, you're going to rub. And as you rub that, you're going to do it 30 times, do it both sides. But because you've had this for many years, you need to get a magnet, and you need to take and put your magnet back and forth on to do 12 times. You get in there and rub it. Okay, get in there and rub it. Do both sides with magnet, do both sides with rubbing it, and check back with me if you want me to see if your brain has balanced. We'll see what happens. So check back with me. Next. Hey, Melinda. Anyways, next, sorry.
Is Madison. She's wondering if she can connect with her, if you can connect with her paw.
Okay. All of a sudden I had to hear, it's weird. I hear, okay, you know how hee-haw? I don't know if you're old enough for that.
I am.
Minnie Pearl, howdy. Okay, so that is what's just came in, but it was a man, howdy. And it was like, huh? Now, I'm not sure who that is, because this is a representative of 4 people that's over on the other side. And okay, you're the 5th one. And he's chosen to be the representative to talk to you. Little lighty. I don't know what that's about, but there was something to do with the connection. Emotionally, you have to allow yourself to begin to love. And that is to love yourself. Really? Well, how do you know that? Well, the habit is that, do you have an exterior that's about acting mean, or you have to have a rough exterior? They're saying that it's inside is that you feel that if you were to let yourself be this wonderful, bubbly person, more so than you are, then the energy that's around you will begin to fall. And when that begins to fall, you will then not be in so much panic. And then the inside and the outside can start to match. But right now you're like, so you have to let it go, because the part of you said, part of what they said was next.
Gemma.
Gemma.
She would just like a free 1-minute reading if.
Okay, anyway, here we go. It's interesting. Discourage that seems to be placed in front of you is as if that is supposed to be a guiding system. But the fear of being, no, it's what you did to yourself. What age? At 4 years old, you were fear of being lost. So you changed yourself to be what you should probably end up seeing people rejecting you, betraying yourself because, oh, this is funny. It's funny, not ha. It's just a coincidence. So Amy, one of the things you're going to have to look at, just like she is going to have to notice how you betrayed yourself. So here's an example for all of you. Okay, so I'm sitting down and I'm playing a game and my partner and people are in front of me, and the next thing you know, I says, oh, I'm going to do this. And all of a sudden they discouraged me. Okay, pay attention to that word. And because I didn't want to get lost in the shuffle. Now, as an adult, that's not what I was thinking. But my automatic response was, okay, fine. We'll do it your way then. Have you ever had that, Amy?
Mm-hmm.
So just realize, Amy, your next clue will be understanding how.
She says, you both look pretty snazzy tonight. Wondering a 1-minute free read. Only if you have. Thank you.
Oh, always. Ooh, somebody's paid. I'm going to do this one, and then we're going to have to take it in. Oh, my God. I just taken now. Okay, I'm going to stop this. I don't know who's making breakfast, but good God, does that smell awesome. Don't forget the maple syrup. No.
Julie.
Okay, let's get back to Julie. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Now I really want that brown sugar and pancake. Okay. Who is... Give me a minute to pull out of that one. My salivary gland, like a Pavlov's dog, you could have ring that bell and I'm like, oh, where's my steak? Anyway, we're being very dramatic here. Not sure what's going on with that, but hey, we'll get there. Julie, what I'm looking here, there's a part of you that's going back and forth, indecisive, back and forth. But you know that you don't have to be indecisive, but you do it because you're looking out and trying to see, you're going to think that, I'm going to think that. What's going to happen is that there's a part of you that stays indecisive about how many, just one type of person. So I don't know if you do it all the time. Oh, oats and brown sugar. Okay, cut that out. Okay, so anyway, there's overwhelm. So when you're in the presence of certain people, what happens is an overwhelm begins to happen to you. You don't realize that it's happening. It feels like a symptom. And then your brain goes, blah, and then the next thing you know, you become indecisive. They said if you begin to become aware of when you do that, about ready to make a decision, just get in there and start rubbing this point. Kind of get in there and do this. Now, normally it usually is the gallbladder, but you could disrupt the way that the energies are firing at you, so you don't have to really follow through. So you're creating and disrupting the strategy of how you do things. The brown sugar. Okay, anyway.
Paid.
Oh, duh! All I could think was what? Brown sugar. Yes, it's like that toast song. Toast. Toast. I love toast. Amber! Oh my God! Yay, Amber! Do you want to come on? Do you want to do it like this? What do you want, girl? You choose, Miss Amber. Yay! So, while we wait for Miss Amber to decide how she wants to do this, you could come into the room, the Zoom room, and there's the number. Or you can do it like this. And if you come into the room, you can be like Amy. You don't hear her. I mean, you don't see her, but you hear her. Say hello.
Hello.
Okay, there she goes. She may be on a 2 side. That's okay, Julie. No problem. It was really.
Her name is into the treasure chest.
Yes, because I forgot about that. The whole month of March, you pay to get a reading, and you do this. You can get a 15-minute time with me live, so that she's going to come on. Yay, Amber. Okay, so you get a 15-minute time with me. And we can heal and we can do whatever. And it's really, it's worth like $45 worth. I mean, I give you cheap when you're on here. I say, here you go. But I try to do everything I can to help you move forward. My Amy disappeared. It's like, where did that woman go? She can hide herself now? What do you got, a new ability, invisibility? What are you doing, Amy? How'd you do that?
I just clicked off. I just said stop video so that, so I put up the.
Yeah, but no, you just went pink. I thought the new invisible cloak. How did you do that? So we have at least about 39 people. Their names are going to be put into the treasure chest. And so at the beginning of the show, you'll see the treasure chest that has the eggs and the hope and stuff like this. And then Amy's going to put in she's crinkled all the names up. She's going to put them in the treasure chest. And then we're going to have her reach in and not look, and pick out a name. And we're going to see the winners. We're going to do this. And if it works, we're going to do this every month. Now, also while we're waiting, we have a new that do their things. And well, we're going to have a membership that's going to be 3-tier, which means you can come in and spend very little money, and you get to interact with all the people that have been taking the classes, learning how to live a spiritual human life, learning how to do what's it like to have a healing tool. You can ask these questions. You can ask, what kind of classes are they? Are they hard? What do I got to do? You can interact with these people. Then one of the things is we'll give the free healing tools, and depending on what type of membership you choose, you will be offered discount prices for the classes, and you will get once a month. I think we're going to do a live meditation, and you can participate with that. It's like I said, the 3 tiers. One will be free, one will be a great discount, and one you'll have to pay. You'll get a little discount, but you get a fully exposure to all of these little things. But the main thing is to understand how to live in this new world. How do you talk? You won't just have to be with me. Like when we do our classes, we get a lot out of them, don't we, Amy?
Oh, we do. We do.
Well, I know I do, and I'm the teacher. But you guys come on and you don't even realize that, hey, you kind of almost all think the same. Who knew? So you realize you're not alone. The different types of humor that can come out, the ability to look at it from another perspective and do it in a non-judgmental space. We use discernment, Oh, thank you, Becky. Hi, Reach. So it's very important that we can do this. Now, as we're waiting, I'm not sure when she's coming. So give me 1 minute and I will. Is there another 1 minute? Huh?
Becky. And she wants a body scan.
Oh, all right, Becky, we'll get back to you because now we just finally got Amber in. Hi, Amber. Can I make you big on the screen? Oh, we got to get volume first. So remember, if you on their iPads or their phones. So as she's doing that. Okay, so Amber, as you're getting the audio fixed, now look on, like I said, look to the upper left and look for audio. I'm going to do this quick little read. Now, the body scan for you, my dear, is that, wow, I don't know if you get headaches or not, but the right part of your brain, it's not getting a lot of energy. And it has to do with overwhelm. There seems to be a lot of overwhelm, seems to be a lot of things that are happening all at once. And you can't seem to get it out of your head. Now, there is a point we can use for that. But you also have to understand that the overwhelm is that you also feel inefficient. There's a memory of when you were 6 years old and you became very self-conscious. As if you were to speak, somebody would say something negative and then it would create anxiety. The anxiety is kind of like paralyzing this particular part of your field. And where else is going? It's interesting because now I'm watching it go down to back. And you have a hysterical part in your nervous system. So that means hysterical means that 1 minute you're happy, the next minute you could be sad, you could be but that's what's happening with your nervous system. But you can heal that. Now, Amber, let's see if we can get you talking. Can you hear me now? I think I can hear you.
Okay.
Yay! Now, can I make you big? Can I make you big?
Yeah.
Awesome. Hello, Amber. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm awesome. It's great. Yay. I see your name all the time. It's like, okay, eventually. Yay, we got it. All right. How can I help you, my dear?
Hello. If you want to do just like the scan, like what you had just done for her, I would like, yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to ask you quickly. Have you ever been hit? Did you ever have you ever hit your head? Have you ever fallen? Did somebody ever hit you? Did you ever? Because are you used to people screaming at you as you walk away?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I did get hit with a baseball bat in 4th grade.
Okay.
We were trying to break.
And even though it had been long ago, it left a mark energetically in your field. Now, what I tell people to understand is that when I fell, the energy went through and broke these 2 fingers. So the energy went through. The energy did not go through here. So it kind of caused a lot of buildup of energy damage here. And I couldn't move it. Now I can close it. But we have to look at what is still going on. Why does the body still have it there? And it is what you did toward yourself. I hear him saying, "You're not listening, Amber." I see a finger wagging and everything. So it's like, wow.
My mom says that all the time because I tend to do the opposite of everything that she said. So
yeah, okay. See, this makes complete sense. And it's like, woo, I mean, I really want to wag my finger. Now, there's a lot of jealousy when you were growing up. Is that true? Who was jealous of you? You didn't notice as much until you got older.
Maybe my sister. Maybe I'm not sure. We shared a room, and she always wanted to wear all the same clothes I was wearing.
Okay, so let's look at your adult life. Do you have a man in your life that gets jealous? Have you ever had a man in your life that got jealous?
Yeah, my kid's dad.
And do they like to control you? Following you. Now, what's interesting?
Yeah, we just separated 3-4 months ago. So
gotcha. Something in common. And I'm looking and I'm like, how? Love unreceived. Oh, think about it. So when you got hit in the head, did you get any help, any support, any love? Or was you just getting scolded?
Well, I mean, yeah, I did. I don't think I ever really, there was 4 of us, so there's never really a time.
So you went back to yourself and they said, love unreceived. Because the love is unreceived.
Oh.
Wow. This is the weird part of what happens to our soul. Oh man, where'd she go? I'll pause it. Well, no, I'll keep going. I'm stuck in midstream. That's so funny. Please let me speak, Spirit. Just let me speak. Don't leave me in limbo. She has to meet up with her arrested development. One of the things that has to do with an arrested development is that it's like you can't grow and see what's on the table. So you don't know what you don't know. And you have to make it unconscious, conscious. And then you have to bring it in and learn from it. So hopefully she'll get to come back. And I'm going to go a little bit further. They said that just stop. Okay. They're just stopping that. Okay, you go do that, Amber. They put a stop, then you can come back on. That's funny. So anybody in the room have any physical? I can bring on a couple people. And I wanted to, what's that, honey?
Rachel.
Yeah.
Has sent me 2 emails. The first one is, I can't let go of past trauma. What is really holding me back? And then the second one is also worried about my son and possibly anxiety. If I had.
Okay, so we're going to hold up just for a second and see what Spirit says on that. Hey, hi, Donna. How you doing? Oh, there you are, Ames. You're back. Do you know that? Tee. Okay, so any of you in the room would like to be okay to come on? I need, I'm thinking of 2, but will we be able to do it in the amount of time that I need? That becomes the question. Just pick the 2 spirit speak people, and then to be there you're not aware of. And what that feeling is based on, according to this, it's a habit because you don't know. So here's the thing. Do you know what low self-esteem is? Okay. I can't know how to explain it, man. It just really feels, it doesn't really feel like low self-esteem because you can go out and you can do certain things, but there is that. In order to get through something, sometimes you have to put yourself in a particular state in order to function, if that makes any sense. So they said toward yourself, you turn toward yourself, aimed it toward yourself, and that you have repressed, emotionally repressed the feelings of right and wrong. Because somebody told you, now here, pay attention, somebody told you that you did something wrong when you actually did it right. But they weren't going to let you win the argument. Does that make any sense, Rachel? Because they said it's you were being worked. Okay, you're being worked. And they said that what's important here for you, somebody has towards you, you actually begin to feel it. And it also begins to feel like it has to do with stored energy. So it feels like panic. So a lot of this isn't yours. How interesting is that? Hi, Teresa. Melinda. So it's not the original. I know you know what I'm talking about. Is he still in your life? Or is this just happen to be other? Ah, good. Rachel said yes, definitely. So Melinda, before I go any further, I think you know already it is, and I'm going to ask Spirit a specific question. It's like you're playing with fire, so now you're supposed to be burned. If that makes any sense, Melinda. And as I'm looking at this, I'm saying, okay, so she's worried about this ex-stalker, and they said that, did you have any financial ties with this person? Is there an indebted? Is there a, so then they said, take a look at, you need to forgive yourself about something, about any habits that you have done. And if I ask why, any further, why, they said because you've been trying to find true love and you have been don't know how to get true love for yourself. So there's the ego that goes in and have you feel really good. And the problem with that is that you're starting to wake up and it's not that you don't like that life, but there's a party that says you're starting to look for a new direction. And with that in mind, your old way of how you did things is not really going to work with the new way. So there's a part of you that's going to lose who you are. And these romantic feelings that possibly could come in is tied into finances, which means it's something that's given. So you have to be really careful about how you address your life. Now, I'm just going to check something. So I was wondering. Certain karma is coming through. Okay. Yeah, Teresa has to go shovel snow. Yeah. Anyways, you have karma. And the karma is starting to be off balance because the more you do things that are out of balance with yourself, the more you're going to get a backlash because your body is telling you you got to stop doing that behavior because you've thrown it so far off that it's going to be this energy towards yourself is that you panic way too much, which changes the energy course. So it's going to give you proof of bad things to happen. And you have this extreme phobia that something bad is going to happen out of that. This is a past life. And as I'm looking a little further, you have an auto response that goes into overwhelm. So I'm going to say, Melinda, let's do it this. From 0 to 10, 10 being, I need you just to start sticking your hand on your forehead. And you need to measure that. 10 being bad. I need you to have your hand on your forehead because you need to start bringing that blood back up so you can stop seeing and producing and causing this effect. Okay. Amber, how's it going, sweetheart? Can you come back on or did you want me to finish it this way? You tell me how. Okay, Melinda, would you be willing to come on? I'm just curious.
Everyone today.
That is definitely been running rampant out there. And it doesn't matter where you are, it is part of the collective consciousness. And one of the things is, okay, this is what I would like you to do. Have you both up there and work on fear. And so, is she in the room? Where is she? You know?
No, I don't.
Okay. So what was her name again?
Sherry Hunt.
Sherry Hunt. Are you here? If you want to come on, that's great. I'm looking for 2 people. It doesn't hurt. It really doesn't. Amber says, okay, it's not letting me download. It's because of the virus. Is it because of the virus? So I have the phone on the charger and I'm going to try to come back on. Okay. Sherry, there you are. Ooh, who's this? Somebody just popped in. Who is it? Aha! Hey, you did it. Hold on. I got to figure out how to make you big. There you are, hon. All right, let's see. Oh, it's still connecting. Okay, just a second. We'll wait another second because it's trying to connect.
A very quick question. My head's spinning like an MF.
Okay. Your left brain is down. Your left hemisphere is down. Rub your gallbladder point 40, yes, because it says you've been wiped out. So rub the both sides, left side only, please. And then we'll see. Is it still loading or is she going to be able to get the volume? Hi, Lillian. Okay. Oh, that might be it. Can you? Yay! We got it. Hi, honey. We're back. Okay. So I'm going to give you. I hope Amy got a timestamp of hopefully when it began. Now, let me just get back into it. How are those 2 connected? Yes, get me back on there, people. Get me back there. Get me back there. Gotcha. Okay. That is what I was going to tell you. Your soul, one of the things that the soul does is that, can you heal it now? Sometimes what we go through as a child, we will have certain emotions and then we create, the energy goes out and creates nasty experiences for us. You had to get hit on the head because there was a part of you that wondered if you were loved. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to ask the body, did you feel like you were loved?
I was thinking that, actually.
Okay. So I'm going to say yes. Mm-hmm. but it's not something that when you have these particular behaviors, you don't realize it. Okay. You just don't realize what happens. But at the same time, it's like you have to fight with yourself.
Molested by my stepdad, so.
Oh, that would make it huge. Oh, jeez. Let me look. That plays in it too. Ooh, okay. What we want to do is help you understand this. They said that's why you keep attracting people, mother. Okay. Does this make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What I want you to do, we're going to give you a few minutes, is that I need you to, I can't remember if have we done hope therapy before where I've had you hold? Okay. I need you to write this down, young lady. Oh, there's a finger. No. We don't need any of that to come up. I need you to write down L1D. You're going to hold left wrist, first position, nice and deep. You didn't know how to cope with all of that. First of all, what freaking happened to you, but you didn't know what to do with that energy from her. That kind of freaked you out.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, it was bad enough for what happened. But what was worse was that you were looking for your creative ability to have that independence that I know you can have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know exactly how to feel. You already know exactly what it is. So you're going to make sure you measure it from 0 to 10, and 10 being the worst. But you're going to remember to hold left wrist, first position, and make sure your thumb goes in nice and deep, meaning you're pushing in. Put your finger here, wrap it around, and that's what I want you to do. Now you'll have to do it when the kitties are calmed down.
Yeah, because he's running around crazy right now. Like, yes, she's preoccupied. He's like,
yes. But notice how you have to fight with yourself. When you heal this, notice that what you developed out of it is that you have to fight with yourself. You can't really be creative. You have to be insecure. You have to do this. You're like, So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Again, mark that down from 0 to 10. It's the same point. Because your heart says, I don't know how to cope with any of this. I don't even know what's going on. But I literally can see. So the baseball bat was to help us notice some things. But what I really see is how all of a sudden you're looking, and you didn't get love. You got contempt. You got jealousy. And so ever since then, because of the direction. So when you're doing this, when you're healing that left wrist, I want you to kind of do me a favor and look at the direction you're looking, and then deliberately say, oh God, yeah, there it is. Deliberately switch in the opposite direction and then look back. Okay. If you can feel
what's
it.
Weird is
what's
when
that?
I was a kid, I used to do that when I would get overwhelmed. I would do that. It's very weird that's the thing that I'm going to have to go back to.
Yes. Heal away, because a part of you knew how to back to me. That would be great. And it's great to see you. And thank you so much for, always supporting me. I appreciate that.
Always. Thank you, Brenda.
Namaste,
Thank
my
you.
dear. Bye. I'm glad we finally made it. Okay. So I saw Lillian had a headache.
I see that too.
Okay. That's the one I want. Now, do we want to take the thing that has to do with very scared? Yes and no. What about it? Is there somebody else coming? Ooh, who's been disapproved of? So you want one that has a headache and one that's been disapproved of? Obviously, yes. Now, everybody can say that. Or fear I won't recover. Is that Rachel? No, shoot. No, you're welcome, Amber. Let's see. Come on. Well, definitely Lillian. Lillian, would you come on? I need one more person, though. One more person. Because I think what they're doing is because people more than that. And then you just follow suit because y'all are doing one particular story. And that's usually how we'll start to help you heal it down. Okay, Rachel Rob replying to Rachel Rob. Rachel. So Rachel, are you saying or fear I won't recover? So we're going to take Rachel and Lillian, but we need to know if Lillian will come on. Where'd my Lillian go? Rachel, so you said that you come on? Yes, headaches and other physical symptoms will come and be on. Let me explain, Rachel. We'll create markers. And what will happen when that occurs, if you are over-identifying with it, start to create chemical peptides so you can see it and feel it. Okay, you hear it and you think it. You think it, you feel it. It becomes this nasty program. And if you get into high beta, then it's like it produces at a very higher speed and causes you to have pain. And it can be in the physical, it can be in your life, it can be any physical symptoms, they're there. Now, as far as the cost of the monthly group, I believe it's going to be 5, 11, and 23. 5 is the lowest levels. You can come in, you can explore, hang out, learn a few things. And then the 11 is that you get a greater discount for all the other stuff. And then 123, you actually get like the 2 things that are free for that month. Depending on what it is, you may end up getting more. So Rachel, we know is going to come on. Yes. So make sure you have Zoom so you can download it. Lillian, my love, where are you? Because it's an iPad. It doesn't have a mouse. Can you get a hold of Lillian, Ames? I'll say, will you come on? Hey, I think I might actually not let me do that. Oh, I'm already picking up people. Pressed. Every time we eat, now he was in the pool. Now there's no water in the pool. We're fixing it. But Charlie's down in the pool area, walking around, hanging out. He heard me come outside. All he hears, hello, 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 Charlie, hello. You coming back? You coming back? And usually when he starts saying you're coming back, he's like, where's Mama? I just wish he'd say that. And so, no, I don't. I said, oh, go get our son. So he brought him up. He looks at me. He goes, hello, because he's seen me have a piece of toast. Now, he knows how to ask for food. He gives that cute little look. And I'm like, I go to put it in, and he's like, hello. And if he sees that, like, I got a tiny piece left, he's like, rah! And oh gosh, if you ever hear a self-oppressed scream, they scare the willies right out of you. It had to have been a button I pushed.
It must be a button that you push, because all I do is
what you normally do.
I turn off my camera.
Mm-hmm. We have so who did you want to invite in, Amy? Did you? Because we wanted Lillian and Rachel. Oops, whoa. Don't hang it up, Brenda. Don't screw it up. You're live on that one. Oops. So waiting for...
I texted Lillian and she says, I don't think so. I just woke up. Okay. I can't open my eyes. I'm laying down because my right side behind my head hurts.
Okay. So can she hear? Is she listening? Because I'd like her to get rid of the pain. Does she want to keep it or does she want it gone? Because we can help her. Okay, a link. We're going to launch it in April. We're going to make a big to-do about it. And, so there'll be lots more will be discovered and discussed. And that makes my heart happy, Amber. That really does. Betty says, laughter is my favorite look on you, Ames. See, she spells it the same way I do. A-I-M. Aim. Aim for your truth. Aim for your love. Aim, aim, aim. Okay. All right. Do the best you can, Lillian. Well, I'm going to bring Rachel. Where's Rachel? Did Rachel say she's coming? Because I thought she said so. because Kayla's a different person, and Kayla will bring her in a minute, but I need to. I wanted to. So, Lillian, you have pain. Your left brain is completely down. And you're okay. So, what we want to do is that your triple warmer is going off. Is it what's causing the triple? No, we have to do fast aid first and then the left. So the fast aid here, how would we take care of the triple warmer? We have to go into lung. All right. So Lillian, measure your pain the best you can. I want you to take and understand underneath the thumb right here at this point. Don't do it way down here. Do it here at the crack. And I need you to rub 30 times both sides. I would say both sides. Yeah, you need to do both sides. Okay. And we're going to bring, I'm going to say Kayla, or yeah, Kayla. I'm going to bring you in, but I'm going to have problems. We'll see. Lillian, and again, now you're going to take and you're going to rub, because the pain is rather interesting, behind your neck, where you would, your thumbs would rest. Okay, so you have your skull where the thumbs rest underneath. I hope she can see it. It's the gallbladder 20, and you need to rub those, Lillian. Can you see it, sweetheart? Give those a good 30 times too.
It's not fun being in pain.
So Amber just said, I just pulled an empowerment card, and lo and behold, it is clarity. Good
morning, James.
4 times, and so that means you are in the drawing 4 times, James. Your name is in there 4 times for the drawing. You can win 15 million as soon as you come back on and tell me. And what happened to Kayla? Something didn't work.
Her phone died.
No! Crap. Okay, so her phone died. There's James. Doggone it, Kayla. Okay. I wanted to play. All right. I'm waiting for Lillian. Is there any more 1-minute reads I can do while I'm waiting?
Let me look.
Or the type of thinking, the style of thinking, the way we put our defenses up. Put them up, put them up. That's for you, Amy. And, you know, how do we do these things? Well, it's times are changing. You need to come out of it. And Karen, would you like a little read? I haven't seen you in a while. What'd you say? I can't see. You're even invisible.
Hi.
There you are. You like your little invisibility cloak. I can see that. One of those, Kayla says this, one of those days, if there's anything else willing, and not sure about Lillian, there's always this delay. So I really never know.
Okay, Anya.
Oh, okay, good, yeah.
Pick your day. How are you? I would like to know if I can go visit John. I'm not going to butcher the name. Sorry. Soon or wait some more. I have gifts for him. I was going to go on my birthday and go to dinner with him, which was on the 6th of February, but it didn't work out again.
Okay. What I'm going to tell you is that because of the world and the way that it's being locked down and we're all sent to our room to think about what we've done, Spirit is yelling, not yet, because trying to create something that's not supposed to happen actually can cause a backlash. So just be patient. That's what I'm hearing. And they said that as far as wanting to go, yes, feel that urge, but I feel like there's this energy, bully energy, that's telling you that you have to go. Pay attention if you're bullying yourself or somebody is telling you stuff and that's kind of like bullying you to do certain things. Just know you can. You will be able to do what you need to do. Just be patient a little longer, because part of how you want to go and do things is like, not yet. I mean, you can do whatever you choose, but energetically, I hear no. All right, Karen. Dun, 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 dun. Miss Karen. Ah. Oh, wait, what? Okay. They said that you feed on criticism. So this is what you do to yourself. Okay. How you bully yourself with certain wording. Very important to pay attention to that, because it suppresses you. And you're like, but that's okay. But you actually manipulate yourself on certain things. And they're screaming and saying, you deserve love. It's your turn. It's your time to have that happen when you were 27, about 27 and a half, because it caused you to create an auto response of distrust. And then when you start to go to reach for what you want, I don't know if you can hear those thoughts you put to yourself, but it changes you. Okay, so now we're going to balance your brain. So what's interesting is that she said the pain didn't go down, body, and you need to grab the heart point, okay, and begin to rub the heart point, Lillian. You had an awkward moment too, Lillian, and then this is the body's reaction, is that it's trying to check you out. Hey, I think we got Rachel. But Kayla couldn't come on, but Rachel, is there anybody else that let's see what happens. So we got to set the mic up. So what I need you to do, Lillian, is again, rub just the left side only. There's a part of you that has great muddled instability. So I'm not sure if you're going to let this pain go down, because it's kind of like serving you, just to let you know. So there's a party that kind of wants this headache. I know that sounds strange, but that's what's happening. Something happened where there was some action. You felt a little awkward. So pay attention to how this is going. But your left brain, see, it's going up. Now you need to do at this point right here, and I need you to rub just the left side only. Give good 30 times. Good 30 times. And then we'll see what happens there. Oh, now that seemed to make a major difference in the energy field here. But again, you're saying there's a part of you that's kind of wanting this. So I'm not trying to take away what's being manifested. Right here, when the two fingers come together, rub this point good 30 times as well. And then come back to me and tell me if any, and measure it again. Because I have a feeling there's a party that needs this for a particular story to play out. You feel heat coming up. Interesting. Just do that and see what happens. Now, is there anybody else that wants to come on with Rachel? Because Amy, you're doing darn well. Too good.
My head's still a little spinny.
There, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
And I can hear you. Okay, so we had, again, I was hoping there was another person, but that's okay. Tell me about yourself. What's going on? What do you need? Because I was trying to follow through.
So I've just been having some emotional issues with depression and that sort of stuff. Been having treatment for a year, but just not getting any breakthroughs.
Good.
So I'm wondering what it is that I'm carrying with me that's blocking that.
All right. So Amy had depression for many, many years. And so now I can understand why both of you have been chosen. Have you been dreaming lately in the last few days?
Yes.
And Amy, you too, because I know you had one last night, but they feel very vivid to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I got to figure out what they're talking about here. For you, Rachel, how do you feel? Do you understand them? Do they confuse you? Do you don't care?
Sometimes they're a little bit confusing. Sometimes I will look into the symbolic meaning to try and make sense of them.
Okay.
But sometimes they just seem to make no sense at all.
Wonderful. We'll get there. Now, hold on 2 seconds. Lillian, what number? We're going to create a stability in her, but just keep rubbing. Now, I want you to feel. So your feeling is right now, how would you describe it, Rachel?
Just fatigued.
You
Just
said something on
exhaustion.
here. She says the 7. You said something on here. Oh, go back up. Something like you can't get over it. What was it you said, Rachel? Oh,
A fear of not recovering.
Exactly. So it's a hopelessness.
Mm,
Is it? Do you feel like it's hopeless?
definitely.
Amy, do you feel like you're doing hopelessness still?
Somewhat, yeah.
Now, I know you've had a great recovery of it because you're starting to see a turnaround time. And that's what we wanted to get for Rachel. But this is what I want to happen. I want you to measure that feeling that I fear I just won't recover. Okay? I want you to measure that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then on 0 to 10, 10 being, because you can really feel how it drags you, because I can really now feel how it drags you. And you're like, I can't think anything else. I already know it won't recover. But then there's this. So you're dark night of the soul. What do you want to do? So you're going to take, and can you put your phone down?
Sure.
Okay.
Maybe.
As long as you can see me.
I can see you.
Hello. Okay. So that's fine. All right. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your right hand. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you can see this, sweetheart. And you are going to take and put your 3 fingers in a row. Notice where your 3rd finger sits. That is where your thumb is going to go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to put your finger in the palm and then the other 3 in the back. Now your thumb is going to push in deep in that spot. Place your hand on your forehead and just feel and just focus on that. Miss Amy, you are now going to do R3D, but this time I want you to notice how you like to check out and don't want to think about any of that stuff. I don't want to think it. Oh, it's kind of like what you told me today. Yes. And you are going to measure it from scale from 0 to 10, like, Now, what's interesting is I can feel your whole body trying to twist, aim on that one.
Yeah, I just felt the show.
All right, so you guys keep holding. Now, hopefully I won't disturb you guys, but Karen, oh, sweet love. She says, yes, I was on my own worst critic. At age 27, I was pregnant with James, and the dad was very cruel. Oh, I'll never forget what he said to me. Definitely has affected me. By the way, hugs to you. Aw. 10, Karen, I'm just going to throw this up to you because she was one of my main students way back when I lived in Michigan. And she has their beautiful baby boy. Well, not a boy anymore. Have you write what he said? Because these words are going to change on you for the better. You're going to notice certain things disappear. Hopefully you will decide.
Cloud coming down over me.
Yeah, and it's different because now it's not as, it's there, but it's, do you kind of feel lighter or better? There's something strange that happened because I could literally see it wanting to shift further. Are going to switch over to the right wrist, 3rd position. And this time it's going to be soft. Remember how we had hard? Now your thumb. Miss Aim. It's like all I can hear is, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. So notice you're toward yourself, the little self, your 5-year-old self says, I don't want to go there. Can you just connect with her for a moment? Received all that hard work. Now your little girl saying, I don't want to look at that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Scale from 0 to 10 about how real it feels.
Good 8.
All right. So, Miss Aim, what you're going to do is notice, and you look to the lower left and do that internal dialogue. Talk to that little girl and notice the battle that you have. Now, Rachel, I want you to be able to notice the people around you. They just feel as heavy. It is, the world is not the world's recovering, but it sounds scary as hell out there. But I feel like somehow
Yeah, it does.
Okay, for somehow, use your little stuff. You were like a vacuum cleaner. You started to sponge it up. And I don't know if I think you were trying to save them. Lillian, we need to get you to get the number down. Now, I'm going to say, is she ready? Okay, from the world. Oh. If she would choose to be okay with whatever your issue was, Lillian, and you wanted to reconnect again, they're saying, oh, what is this? That's the issue within itself. If you're willing to do that, then they said that you can grab your left hand again and notice that on the side, the karate point on the side, is that there's this point and then there's a point right there, and you'll feel the two bones. You feel like this hole. They want you to rub both of those at the same time. So there goes Rachel. You just shifted, honey, and now
They probably take offense because I'm just quite honest.
okay, because all of a sudden I'm feeling all these people, okay. And what happens is that drives you deeper into shutting down your creative insecurity. At the same time, you're trying to fight, but I'm Rachel. I'm going to be who I am. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So you got a battle going on inside of you. Oh, yeah. And your body's like going, do you want me to do it? No. Toward yourself, they're saying that there's a part of you that has this great insecurity of actually talking, because you're just going to have people take offense to you.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
That does.
Left wrist, very top, very first position. You put your thumb in there, push in deep, finger here, wrapped around. And think about what I just said. Put that on the scale from 0 to 10. Why even be creative? Why say certain things? Why be that secure person? They're just going to take offense anyway. And you have several pictures of people in your head that do that. This is why I say to look at that. Lillian says it's a 5. Karen, I'm not sure if she is playing or not. Now, Lillian, there's a party that feels very uncomfortable about the situation, and that's okay. That's okay. Focus, feel, and then take. We're going to do it again. This time you're going to go underneath.
I think she's doing better.
Yeah, looks like she is. And ask her, are you happy? Or do you want a lollipop? Can you tell me something? Can you show me your effort? And what does she say?
She wants a lolly.
Okay, that's good. You go and so do you want her to help? So it says, ask her, do you have to be mean to yourself in order to be loved?
Yeah.
Okay, what I want you to do is tell her to hold L3D. Ask her to do that and watch her do it. And what she's going to tell you is that she's going to feel no empathy. She feels no empathy from these people whatsoever. Can you understand that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
All right. Is she holding her points?
Yes.
Good. You both stay there. Okay. And I'm going to go back to, Rachel's doing good. This is a big one, Ames. So for those of people that are tuning in, I'm going to be doing a group. It's a membership. So it is a tribe. To join this, and it's, every 30 days, then you can re-up your membership, however you want to do it. But one of the things we're going to do is that if you pay 23, we're going to have this type of event where you will get a chance to being taken care of in the moment. Now, when it comes to depression, you could have it for a long time. Well, we're going to start removing chunks. We want you to understand you don't have to be tied to this. It doesn't have to haunt you. It doesn't have to control you. And eventually you're going to be able to get out of that ego habit, out of that dark night of the soul, and start transforming yourself to having. Oh, Lillian says 2, a 3, going to a 3. I'm so proud of you, Lillian. Would you like to finish it off, dear? Let's finish it off. You got to ask yourself, are you willing to stop looking for that accomplishments or acknowledgments and just allow yourself to just start to hone in that you already, I need you to have this confidence in yourself. Because if you do, notice you don't need space. And that's why sour grapes came up. And if that's the case, sweet love, you are going to take, and you are going to go in maybe towards the middle, more towards that bony part, and just start rubbing the whole area. And you will do that 30 times. Now, do you need to use a magnet on that? Do you have a magnet? Because if you can use a magnet on that back and forth, you're going to change the polarity on it, then rub it a good 30 times, and hopefully it'll just start zinging. And we only want the left side, just to let you know, just the left side. Rachel, how's your sinuses?
Yeah, they're okay.
Okay, because all of a sudden...
Doing that one.
All right, tell me what you're going through. What are you feeling?
Felt very hot.
Okay.
And whilst I was doing that, just kept getting lots of, it's like red mist with flashes of all the people that have
good. That's what we
pissed me
want.
off.
Yeah. Now we got it down to a 2. Can you still feel it there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to finish it off, but you're going to switch to right wrist, but it's a second position. So hold up the second finger, and then you're going to put it is in there, and you're going to be nice and soft. Okay. Now, what you're going to think about is all of what you've been feeling, that hopelessness, that helplessness.
Yeah, a few people do.
Okay, that's what I want you to
It's more like temper.
All right, so R2S. You know what to focus on. You can do this, okay? You can do this.
Alrighty.
Now, Lillian's going to rub with her magnet, and then she's going to rub that point with her finger. How is everybody else doing? Karen, are you still playing? And Melinda, are you playing? Amy's still working. Hello, LaRonda. Hello, Betty. We're doing a group healing. And Angela, if it wasn't anything particular, you want me to just give you 1 minute because I can't really access the email. But you asked, and I would be glad to give you one. Melinda, did you see the point or hear the point? You were supposed to hold R3S to play. Somebody has congestion. No, somebody is what? Taking action. So what's this about? Engram. Somebody's feeling weak. Is anybody here with feel your issue? You said something about an 8. Do you feel that you're getting better? Do you feel like something's improving? Because I need you to hold L1D, left wrist first position, left wrist first position, and nice and deep, because I want you to feel what I want you to feel is that you have to fight with yourself. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. This is how, and I think I shouldn't be living this way. Part of me knows I should be living a different way. And just notice you're fighting with yourself. Exactly. But that's what's crippling you, is that it's... So hold L1D and think about all that. So Angela Allen, I'm just going to give you 1 minute while everybody's doing their shifting. Angela, do you have wait, what? I hear criticism. Is it self? You are hearing more criticism from different places, and you don't know exactly. Okay, so that criticism actually feels like it's being bullying. It's like bullying energy. The funny part is that I'm going to speak differently to you. So take a look at your area. Do you feel? Just look around, look at your furniture, and see if something needs to be changed, because it's literally yelling at you. It's criticizing you. Amy, how are we doing?
Pretty good, I think.
All right. So you actually are done. I don't see any more. So you can take your hand off. And how does the little girl feel when you think about it? Go talk to her.
She feels better.
Good. Is she willing to go play? Is she okay with that? I mean, she took the lollipop, but is she still sad, or does she need to? I feel like she trusts you a lot more now. She wants to be more creative. So every now and then, while you're being creative, I want you to pull up that little girl and just be silly creative.
Okay.
Okay. And if not, close your eyes and watch her play. Give her a bunch of Legos or whatever she wants to be creative with. Give her some crayons, whatever she wants to be creative with. Well, it is mocking you or criticizing you. I've not had furniture yell at me in a long time, but that one was loud. So Lillian has disappeared. Hopefully she'll come back. And we're waiting. Okay, so that's good. Rachel, how are we doing, sweetheart?
Yeah, pretty good. I feel now I saw a lot of blue, and as I started to cool down, but got sweaty at the same time. If that makes sense.
So the blue is another way of saying that there's a little bit more work to do. And what I'm going to have you do, hold. What do you want her to do? That what you did toward yourself is that you have to notice, are you your own worst critic?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're saying notice how blue represents the choice, how you choose to speak, the expression of who you are. And they say that you're being your own worst critic. You need to understand that habit, and you need to end up stopping it, because blue is that representation of this whole area of the fifth chakra. Is amazing because it has a lot to do with the temperature, has a lot to do with metabolism, thyroid, all of this. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm not surprised that you got warm, and I'm not surprised that so do you have to believe everything that you have to think? But that far as that worst critic, and they're saying pay attention to what happened to you at 6, because there was a part of you that said, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know what to do with it. And the overwhelm eventually wiped you out. But can just hold L1D because you went to the stage of, I don't know what to do. Can you understand that? Now, this one could be worked on, but chances are you may have to experience it, which means you'll know, like if you dream it or you experience it, which means it's just going to come right at you, and you're going. And if you're aware, it'll come more of a whisper than a bitch slap, and then you're going to go, oh, that's what she's talking about. Then you go and you hold left wrist, first position, nice and deep. Okay. Mm-hmm. When you start to criticize yourself, I want you to catch yourself. I don't care if it's way after the fact, like 2 hours later and you're watching TV. Oh, yeah. Take note. Write it down. And notice, why did you criticize yourself? Who and what was in the room? What triggered you? So you're going to learn how to get a hold of that ego mindset that stops you from being who you really are. Okay. And eventually you're going to get back to it. When you begin to catch yourself, do you know what EFT is?
No.
Okay. You're going to go to my site, medicinewomansolution.weebly.com, and you're going to look under healing tools, and you're going to look for emotional freedom technique. I want you to do the whole gamut scenario I want you to say, even though I have to this worst case scenario, even though I'm bitching at myself, even though, however you're talking, whatever the topic is, you're going to tap and you're going to do several rounds on it. You see how we measured it from 0 to 10? I want you to measure it and then watch it come down, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the more you begin to do this, the more you get to become in charge of you, okay? Anymore. Okay, you don't have to take the fault, but you won't know that until you start to understand, I don't know what to do. And you could literally just be walking around going, I don't know what to do.
Daily thing, or
I would do it as often. How often do you do it, Amy?
I do it many times a day.
Okay, so you'll know, especially if you're feeling like crap. Even though I feel like crap, I don't want to talk to anybody. Fuck off day. And when I learned to write it down, the amazing part is that if you write down a phrase and you begin to tap, 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 and what's going to happen is the phrase is going to change. You're going to go, oh, that means it's working. And then you do it again until it feels like almost gone. And you want that phrase.
how it goes. Definitely.
Wonderful. Thank you. Bye-bye, hon.
Thanks, Brenda. Bye.
Okay, so now we're doing really well. Let me check out. We'll do Betty in just 1 second. And let's see. Lillian, I am down to 1. That becomes the issue. Does she need a magnet? No. So Lillian, it's in the inside leg, and there's your big toe. You follow it up. Now, this is your ankle bone. Right behind it is where you are. So you can see the whole circle right behind your ankle bone, and only the left side. And rub that a good 30 times, or you may have to do it 60 times, but just get in there and rub. It needs to be a finalization, a closing. It needs to be closed because there's a part of you, even though it's a very fearful, you know you need to take and you need to close this. So getting your power back and it is what's important here. How much power does she to have to control it? You're getting better, but it's a deep feeling. And they said that it has to do with knowing, like when I was growing up, my mother would get mad, and we'd be spaghetti night. She'd put spaghetti on it. And the next thing I know, it didn't matter how much I tried to hold the plate up, I would somehow spill it on the floor and I'd get up or I'd get in trouble. Okay. So there is always a third option. Somehow that energy was displayed to you, that scoring was displayed to you, and that'll actually help. Anyone else?
Vicky.
Miss Vicky. She does or doesn't? What do you mean? Try it again. Toward yourself, you be something. To be something out of sympathy. So you go in, so out of sympathy, you take on a personality. It's part of a habit you haven't quite seen fully yet that is affecting you. They're saying that it's time to give that up. Being mean to you all the time, and therefore you developed a certain way to live, and it's starting to change you. So it's time to heal that. They're saying you have to first become aware of it. That'll be part of how you start adjusting who you are. She was, oh, so much. Ooh. Anybody else, sweetheart?
Nope.
She says, thank you so much for inviting me on, Brenda. It's bedtime, but I have energy and want to try the EFT now. Go for it. Yes. I will have to say you can type in Donna Eden taking down the flame. Start to help. Yay! Lillian says she's at 0.
Awesome.
Excellent. Excellent. I was a little concerned because it was like her body is saying, but we need this. And it's like, but Lillian's in there. Maybe she doesn't need this. Oh my God, that is awesome. Good job. Okay. Everybody else. So Karen and it's not here, and neither is James. Okay, so did James want one? I don't think he's here though. Okay, so we'll just wait. Okay, I'm going to double check to make sure that just in case there was something I didn't see come through. Nope, we're good. Now, how you guys can pay back or pay it forward is leave me some feedback on my wall. Share me, tell me, or tell others about me. Recommendations, a review, whatever it is. We need to get out there. Find me on YouTube. Hit YouTube like, you know. Yay, Loranda. So, I love you guys. Today is what, Amy? Tuesday for me? What'd you say?
Loranda and I are going to have coffee later.
I will have my drink of tea right now with you guys. I love the fact that you can have Zoom or talk like this, because even though you can't, you can't touch a person, you can actually touch a person. Isn't that right, Ames?
That's right. I mean, we're 10,000 miles apart, and we're pretty damn close.
Exactly. Would it be okay to send in mail? Here's the problem. I know you want to avoid as much as possible. Is there anybody you can? No, I was going to say, no, you're welcome. A unique way for Melinda to give the key back. I don't like the idea of face-to-face. I don't like any of that. I would say you try to mail it back, but then he could come up with some stupid excuses. But if you had somebody that could witness, and then it'd be final. No, I'm going to say you could. This sounds strange, but I don't know if you can. But if you took it and you had it in a post office box and you had to come pick it up and sign for it, or it's sent to him and he has to sign for it, so you have a witness that he has received it. Does that make sense?
I really like that idea.
And this way you won't have to face-to-face. You won't have to, he can't play the trickery. So see if you can get it signed. And you got proof. Thank you, Spirit. Betty said certified mail. That's it. You guys have been wonderful. I'm so happy to be a part of your world. You guys just make me happy. Ooh, same registered post, signed for delivery. Yes, make sure you get that signed, because we don't want you to get into that nasty. See, Vicki, this is where we need to protect our women. Definitely here. Oh, return receipt request is also good. Ooh, find out your options, because that sounds like we have some. I like that. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Slept great. Awesome. Yes, I'm glad you did. Let me check you, okay? Left brain, right brain holding. Oh, wow. So there's like some action in your step all of a sudden. The overwhelm seems to be down. You have a broadcast message. Okay, so that mirror is still towards you. What's interesting is how you put that mirror towards you is because of those ego behaviors. How would you like her to take care of it? Well, understand that's in your heart and you're like, I don't know what to do. Okay. Is that what you wanted to focus on? Yeah, so you'd be L1D, thinking about that. There you go. Thinking about that. Our L1D. I don't know what to do. That's like, You want to do YouTube. I don't know what to do. I want to create a business. I don't know what to do. I want to move out on my own. I don't know what to do. So anytime it sounds like you have lots of experiences in there, L1D. Okay, L1. Are you still having issues with your stomach meridian on the right side? I think it is, because I just burped. Ugh. Do you know what I learned, Amy?
What's that?
So over here we have these wonderful farms, and one of the farm men he crossbreeded two types of animals to get what he's called the bluey cow. It eats less food, creates less methane, but he says he noticed that the methane that's produced is actually from when they burp. It doesn't really mean coming out the other end. It's when they burp.
Interesting.
So that's what just came in my mind. Night, Rachel. Get some sleep. Work on yourself. You're worth it. Keep it up. Keep it up. I love you so much too, Jennifer. So you're growing. You're not. If you take this next big step, Jennifer, you'll stop doing lateral. You'll know what I mean by lateral. I always said that. I could always see you going lateral. Oh, I got a piece missing in my earring. But you keep going lateral. I would love you to go forward. I'd love to go forward. Also, I need Max's YouTube because I'm curious. I think I'm ready to figure out how to make that happen. Or if you can ask him a bunch of questions, you know. Rhonda says, oh no, that's a terrible thought for the next time I burp. I'm sorry. But you're not a cow, so you answer to our burping effects like cows do. No.
Vicki, what does going lateral mean?
Okay, going lateral. Going lateral is that when you're moving forward in life, you think you are, you do just enough spiritual work and you stay in your dark night of the soul. You do just enough of your spiritual work and you really are focusing on being happy, but the roots of your shit is still there. And what happens is literally you'll start going lateral, sideways. On your path, of course, you're not going backwards, but you're not going forwards. You literally start going sideways. And it's a very interesting thing to watch people do because all of a sudden they'll take 2 steps forward. You're like, woohoo. And then all of a sudden they come back and then they go lateral. So they never really move. It'll feel like they're moving. You'll get proof that it looks like you're moving. But the major shit that's in the dark night of the soul actually leaves you back there because that nucleus, that fear, is not going to let new ideas to come in to actually let you move forward on your spiritual path. It'll start throbbing and that fear will start getting a hard on and then you're stuck there. And we need to get that gone. Sarah says, hi, Brenda. How are you feeling with all the panic and anxiety in the world? I'm not doing too bad. I walked outside, Sarah, today. And uniquely enough, I came right back in because my body was acting like it had an allergic reaction. And all I could taste was hatred and fear. And hatred. What do you mean hatred? I hate the fact that I have to be in this house. Oh, I hate when this happens. Ah! And then there's all of this built up, pent up stuff that starts throwing it at people because their safety, stability, and security is wobbly. So some people are going right into self-preservation and you can feel literal threats out there. Okay. Hopefully YouTube is clear. We'll see if you ever needed to rewatch anything. Because, I see the Wi-Fi. Because everybody has to stay home and indoors, it's putting a strain on the Wi-Fi. I'm direct cable. I'm directly hooked up, so I don't lose that connection. Do replay. Sorry about that. Because I don't remember what it was. Okay, it's funny. I'm watching myself on a replay here, and I'm going. Whatever I said, Amy, I'm going. So it's funny. It's funny.
Mine is hilarious because I've got you live on the big computer, and then I've got my iPad and my phone going, and it's like completely, each blade a little different.
Right. Jennifer says, oh, this, and then all of a sudden you come back, and then you would just laterally go step sideways. It looks like you've done enough, and then you haven't. Do you see these little strange things floating around? Every now and then I'll look and I'm like, is that a fuzz? Is that a fly? Is that... No, I see them on the major screen, but I see nothing in front of me. So I don't know if you're seeing orbs or really strange things, but I've noticed in the last couple shows, it's quite bizarre.
Yeah, there's shit floating around, and it looks, I thought maybe it was just feathers, but
no. And see people when they get on, they'll say, oh, I see a streak of light or a yellow. And I know that the babies can definitely see these colors around me. Yeah, that should be a glossary word, step in a lateral step. Because I know they're there, but now people are beginning to see them. Like you can tell when I have the representative from the other side coming over to talk about that person, and they'll flicker a certain color. Different energies will come in different direction, a silver flux. Sometimes you'll see the fairies around me. But I've been catching these orbs on the camera. And it's like, how interesting, because I'm not used to seeing that solid. Yeah, I don't know how to explain that. That's funny. Quit reading my mind. Yeah, I can unzip you from here, Vicky. But I'm a good girl. I just send love on me. And the glossary terms, now understand, this whole world I live in actually has a whole glossary to it. It's about becoming a spiritual human. You, man, it's up to you. But anyways, we're going to have so much fun. I'm not sure how it's going to look, and I'm just...
That's not me. I'm not that hungry.
Well, somebody's sugar's off. Somebody's little, something's like, kind of need to eat thing.
I had some nuts and some berries.
Well, you might be okay. What do you mean? Is it all the time or just once in a while? I love Vicky. She's a very funny comedian. She goes, "Pervert, stay away from my zipper." Now, Vicky, every time you're in public, well, I don't worry about it now, but anytime you're ever with energetically, if somebody looks you down, you literally, your energy will unzip. I need to zip mine up. And you can begin to feel vulnerable. You'd be like a gut pig. I hate to say it but it can be a very strong, you should be balanced, Amy. It might be. And that's why I always tell people just to constantly feel like, because people don't know when you're looking at them and checking out your outfit and they're like, ooh, it's like, I don't like the fact that I'm squinting. I'm getting wrinkles. I need glasses, but I don't want to go out there.
No, it's scary going out there.
Anyway, somebody has congestion. Oh, somebody is being mean towards themselves. Quit it. Turn the mirror around. Shove that energy back out there. Okay. Is it going to go to bed? Wait, there's somebody else in the room. Is there anybody else there? Anybody else? Last reading. Last call. Last call. I feel like I'm in the bar. Last call. Would you like another drink?
Drink a choice.
Yeah. Now, every time I've done a show now, it's like, seems, and one time I was talking to Amy, like, oh, but no, that one's a fly. Well,
close to a year ago, I saw the thing floating in the background.
Yes.
And I'm like, an orb. So I took a screenshot of it and sent it to you, but it was a feather.
Yeah, I remember that one. I do remember that one time. But yeah, it's just really weird because it's, you know, I have no idea how this necklace even goes on. Oh, it's not like the one I had earlier. Is that it? Some of these necklaces, I never know exactly how they're hooked. So I'll be sitting here for a long time trying to figure out. Some of them have hooks. Some of them have the clamps. So I'd rather have the magnets. That way I can just go yank that thing off. Yeah, I'm going to have to get my... all of a sudden you start getting road rage. Do you realize if this starts going down, everybody's shit is going to come in, and it's like a magnet. And all of a sudden you're feeling paranoid. Like, I don't like leaving here and going out because they'll be like, I'm paranoid. Did I leave the stove on? And I know damn well I didn't. And it's like, stop. You know, I'm zip up, I'm holding up, and you know, and or because it depends on how bad it is, how much I let in. If I have to get ahead of it, I literally will. Hey, do you have time for a quick read? Do you have to go to work? I'm loving the fact that the energy is coming in and people are thinking with their right brain, and they're coming with the unique ways. You haven't seen them yet, but it's coming. I can feel it. And what it means is that the world is going to learn how to communicate differently while Mother Earth is in reset. So that to me is good. Lillian says, can I ask you about my dog that is pregnant? Will she have them this week? She looks ready. Okay, we can see. And a lot of times, sometimes that doesn't come through. Where's my cards? Ah, here we go. Thoughts or confirm something. Pay attention to what you're thinking and what you're seeing. Yeah, I agree with that too. Perfect timing is what they said. I hate when they say perfect timing. I got it twice. So it means that they're not going to tell me. I'm going to look. Is she going to have the babies this week? Very close. I would say in 8 days' time. My middle finger is very lean from all the workout it gets. Oh, that's so funny. Hey, there's Oh, it's that early. Okay. Aw, she's so loving and supporting. Susie Q.
Ronnie wants to read.
Who?
She didn't want LaRonda.
Okay.
Earlier, but she passed.
Some unexpected. What's unexpected? Unexpected action. You're going to receive that information more on the whisper than you will on a bitch slap. But you're going to become aware of, wait a minute, I'm losing power. I'm going to call my power back, and I'm going to show up a little differently. They said that you're really close to doing this option really well. And this having to live somebody else's way. And your body is like saying, I don't think so. So they're saying that they need you to do source point healing lung and large intestine. So you're going to rub those, both sides, right side only, and use a magnet. That is lung and large intestine. Use a magnet on them, then rub it 30 times only on the right side. There's Gordon. You want to read, dear? I saw you up there. I was so excited. I know you've been working hard. Working hard. Excellent. Okay, Miss Gordon. YouTube's been freezing up. So Michigan is down on the lockdown as yesterday. So does that mean you're working or not working now? Because there's a lot of fear that's coming up. But you actually have patience. So a lot of fear, but you have patience. And it says, though, that you're going to knock yourself out of balance between those two. And I'll say, okay, Sharon, because it says you shame yourself, and then you go into the giving up, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh. Okay. It's like you're not sure what to do with yourself, but yet you do. It's just that there's this shaming that you do. They say, well, they want you to stop that, and they want you to hold L1D. Okay. L1D for you, Miss Sharon. And that way you can start getting out. Ooh, somebody just put food in their stomach. It's amazing how I can connect with food. But she's shaming herself. Is that a universal shame, Aim?
Well, at least it wasn't that one.
Well, I bet, I think funny. It is so funny. You're all welcome, everybody. You guys are awesome. You guys work hard. I'm proud of you. And I'm going to do my part. We have to. I ordered my food and I pushed the wrong button, so I wasn't going to get food until Monday. So I made a yummy pot of chicken soup. It was rice, chicken, and broccoli.
Oh, yummy.
It was good. Had 2 big bowls full. That's why I know I'm full. Oh, it's a pain in the right. Okay, she's got pain. I would love you to. Miss Sharon. Cool. I want to see if it works. You're welcome, LaRonda. LaRonda. Ha 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 ha. Goody.
I love to say her name.
I love saying that name. Remember the first time I saw it, I couldn't help stop saying it. It's like, LaRonda. I already told you that story about Alejandro. I'd like to know because I don't want it.
I said the little red hen.
The little red hen? Interesting. What was the story of her?
Hey, Google, what's the story of the little red hen?
I thought my phone was going to kick in. She can just say it and my phone will pick up.
A hen living on a farm finds some wheat bread with it.
Yeah, the Zoom number is 205-207-650.
She asked the other farmyard animals about planting, but they refuse. The hen then harvests and milks the wheat and flour before baking it.
That's right. Now, I can't remember if she gave any of the bread at the end or not. Need to make a second group, but this group would end up being a paid group. And so that's groups coming, and the intermingling of the groups are coming. To me, it's really...
I started the one that we're always in.
Well, now, as far as the group, you're talking about, anytime, you can bring her anytime into the Brenda tribe. You just want to chat with her. She's funny. As far as the healing stage, you guys are at this one part now, and we would have to put too much pressure on her for her to catch up. Because I know another person that would be great, but I think that's where I'm going to have to start a different group. Because Kevin would be perfect.
Oh, yes. I chatted with him the other night when I had that breakdown. And we talked until it was 1 o'clock.
Wow. But yeah, I can feel Kevin coming in. See, that's the thing. I keep asking Spirit because it's all Spirit's ideas, Spirit's plans, Spirit, Hey, we have a Christina Woe says, can I have a reading, please? Sure, I'll do that. While we're waiting for Sharon real quick. So, so there's criticism at you, from you, towards you, feedback, things like this, but the criticism. So tell me if that resonates, because it's saying towards yourself. You can feel it towards yourself. But the little girl in you, interesting enough, says 7 years old, it was pouting. So your 7-year-old was pouting, and it said that you decided that it hurt. And so you turned it inward to the point that it caused you. I didn't realize it was 3 or. Okay, so hopefully she can get out. Thank you. You just can't see it when I'm wearing other shirts. And it hangs down. You know, for me, I like to have it up. But I didn't have time. Oh, see, that's so much better up. I just have to get a clip. You know, some type of clip. Something to tape it in. Is she having problems? I wonder.
I don't know. I'm kidding.
Because I'm getting really tired. It's hitting me. I know that brown, I put brown in one time. Oh my God. I look like it scared the crap out of me. It scared the crap out of everybody else. I said, nope, brown's not it. Nope, 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 nope. But blue or green? I think
I would like to see blue. I think that they would really pop.
well, I can have blue and I've had green. Hey there, Sharon.
I lost it. I'll find it again.
And she did it. So here we are. Miss Sharon. Okay, my dear. And you said you had pain.
Yes, a lot of pain in my right hip, but it gets worse and gets better as the day goes on, and I've got inflammation all swelled up.
Okay, so, well, what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called source point healing. Now, I'm going to look at, on the scale from 0 to 10, how much pain do you have?
Right now, it's about a 4 because I haven't been up very long and have been moving around and haven't eaten anything. If I eat anything, it gets worse.
Gotcha.
But probably eating the wrong things.
Okay, so you're going to take and you're going to start rubbing some points. We're going to have you rub the spleen point, which is on the inside. There's your big toe, and right where the bunion bone or the where that would be, right on the other side of that. So go ahead and rub that point there, both sides of your feet. Okay?
Okay.
Good 30 times, a good 30 times.
It's giving me an eye, like, what are you doing?
You keep rubbing. Yes, the cat is going to I spy you. Amber says, now here's, I got to read what Amber says. Amber says, okay, Brenda, I have a couple of, okay, yay. Now I know who it is. I'm good. Now, and you did good 30 times. Very good. Now, where do you want her to go next? We want you to go to the liver, and that is on top of the foot right here. Between the two toes, come straight down where the bones meet. Okay. Rub both those. There's Kevin. Kevin's watching. Kevin. Ooh. Okay. That is interesting. Okay, so now where we're at. How's your head, Kevin? Hopefully feeling better. I need you to take, and you're going to end up doing both wrists, and it's going to be under the pinky area, right next to where it bends, and you give it a good rub 30 times right in there. See? Come down. Nope, right down here. A little further. Yeah, that's it, girl. Up, 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 up. Yes. Rub that.
Okay.
Yep. 30 times. Do both sides, both wrists. Amber says, I ate an egg sandwich before I got on your live, but I'm literally always hungry. Very high metabolism. Oh, I was just in awe when I took those 2 bites and you said that. Oh, yeah, I love doing that to people. They'll be like, what? Oh, there's a shift. There is a shift. Okay, now we're going to go back down to the spleen. And you wanted to do another 30. Now we're going to use a magnet now. And we're only going to use the magnet on the left side. Because now by doing that, your left brain just went down. So we're going to start to repair the balance of energies in your left brain. So now just the left side of your foot, and you're going to go back to where that big toe is. Remember that little spot there? And you're going to rub that. Or you're going to, yeah, you rub that. Did I say grab a magnet?
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, take your magnet, use both sides of it, do it 12 times, then rub it 30 times. Ghost was just here. She named her cat Ghost. And he just rubbed up against my leg. And I know that that's not, well, it's possible. But I mean, or whatever. So I got freaked out. Now remember, only do the left side, dear.
Oh, okay.
Only do the left side. Okay, and once you've done that, then you rub that spot 30 times.
Okay.
Oh, excellent. So now you rubbed it. Yes. Now I want you to do me a favor. Very good. I want you to do the small intestine. You want to do just left side. You want to do that point. Okay. Left side. Now notice it's not here, but just at that karate chop point. Yes, that's it. Rub it. Good. 30 times. Kevin says, morning peeps, just waking up. Ah, excellent. Still want to get that gun though. Ooh, there's a shift. Keep going, Sharon. Keep going. Okay. Now you're going to go down when you're done with that, and you're going to do your kidney, which means you're going to big toe, so it's inside leg, and then you're going to go up behind that ankle bone, right in the skinny part, and you're going to rub it 30 times. Okay, just the left side, just the left side.
Ankle. That's what.
Mm-hmm. Now, Kevin. Ooh. We're going to see. Because then that thing is that this whole story has to do with habitual fear, is you're picking it up, all of this stuff that's happening. But at the same time, okay,
Right or left?
Both sides. You can do both sides this time.
Okay.
You can get down there, and when you rub that, you actually see that you can be on your, if you use 2 hands, you can feel like you're on your spleen too. But get down there, rub dub dub.
Feel like I'm in exercise class here.
Yes, and a 1 and a 2. Oh, so the Tokyo games were postponed. I saw that coming. Yes, it's, but that's okay. Everybody's learning how to do things. This energy is now zinging through. That's a good one.
Can you show me that again, where I'm supposed to be? I don't feel like I'm in the right spot.
That's okay. So on the inside where your toe, or on the outside where your baby toe is, like just go in the middle, like closer to the bone. Okay.
Okay.
You can't see. Oh, you can see my lovely selling of my socks. Right there. Okay.
Okay.
Right there.
Great.
And it's so funny because you know how the videos capture your picture, and it captured me doing something really weird. It was like, that's not right. But that's okay. You get used to the weirdness. Oh. Oh, all the exercise, yes. Okay. How do you feel?
clear at the moment.
If you stood up and walk around, does that make it worse?
It might. But what really affects me is when I get to work, I've been there like 5-10 minutes and I go bam.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the cement floors or the place I'm at.
Well, it's part of you don't want to be there. But anyway, that's beside the point. When you get there, you know there's a whole lot of rejection going on. Do you want her to do both sides? So when you get to work, you see this little lovely point that you rub here? Yes. You're going to end up rubbing about 30 times on each side. So if somebody says, hi, Sharon, you go, hey, how you doing? You're gonna equally just heal. They won't know what you're doing. You're like, worried? Oh yeah, I just need to deeply massage my hand. I got a great job today. I got a lot to do today. Whatever excuse. But yeah, your part of you is like, I'm gonna get rejected. I don't want that feeling. So, and when you got ghosts there. Buddy, I swear to God, I felt you come over here and rub up against my leg. I love you, ghost. You're welcome. He's like, you think you've taken care of mommy? Yes, okay. Now you can go play.
He came up here and put his paw on my leg. Just, hi.
He's a sweetie pie. Yeah, he's a tricky little ghost. It's funny. I don't know why I freaked out, but it was just like, but we're going to have to teach you how to do some source point healing. So that's what you did, was basically source point healing. How to address it is one of the things I'll be teaching.
Okay.
So I love you, dear. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I was going to get Ghost the buddy, but he kept giving me the stink eye. So I don't know if he doesn't want me to or not, or didn't want the one I was looking at.
Now say that again. You're going to get him a buddy. The cat?
I was going to get the cat another cat for a buddy.
Right.
And then he kept giving me the stink eye, like, you're going to what?
Okay. You know what I'm going to ask?
Yeah.
Ghosty with the mosty. Do you want a buddy? Do you want a buddy? Okay. Now here's a funny thing. You're yelling at me backwards. Okay, the card is no, but it's in reverse. So you're lying to yourself. All right, we don't want the cat lying to himself. I want to hear, if Mama brought home a cat as a buddy, would you get rid of it? What do you mean let go? You'll let go. In other words, no. It goes, I think he would surprise himself. I think he... But at the same time, I think he would no. But I have a feeling it'd be beneficial.
I was looking at a female named Samoa.
Woo!
The same color of the Girl Scout cookie, Samoa.
Ooh! Would Samoa work? There's something better, they said.
Okay.
So he's both. That doesn't help. Okay, so apparently it doesn't matter. You'll know it's just not that one.
Okay.
That's funny. So he's not no preference really. All right, Ghost, you are funny. All right, you give him a good rub, and we will talk to you later. And I definitely appreciate you being on. Bye, honey.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye. I love it. Okay, so it is after midnight. These peepers, these contacts need to come out. Oh, yes, they do. We summon Kevin, talking about him. Good, of course. we were talking good about you, Kevin. I was just telling him how you would fit wonderfully with us. And then you came on. Ta-da! That's funny. Okay, so Spirit, if Kevin is supposed to be a part of our group in some way, somehow, please let us know. We will do whatever we're supposed to, and we'll make it happen the way we need to. We'll see what goes on. Jennifer says, okay, has to go to YouTube. Others stopping due to Wi-Fi. What does Sharon do? Oh, she works. Oh, I forgot to ask. She works, I think it has to do with car parks or something like this. and she has to stay longer. Jennifer's all set for Sharon to get a buddy. Yeah, definitely. Ghost is so cute. And you guys got to see Ghosty with the Mosty. Yes, I can't. I'm so tired. All of a sudden, I can't think. So they must be like, let me go. Okay. What do we always say, Amy? We say, feel it to heal it.
You can heal that.
Resolve to evolve.
Heal instead of deal.
And as always, stay blessed. That's next person. That's just no. Take it right. Umbrella down and receive your